Hi, today we're going to be making pumpkin pancakes. When fall approaches, Halloween's coming up, that means Thanksgiving's right around the corner. One of my favorite things to make is pumpkin pie. I also enjoy eating it, but pumpkin pie isn't something you can eat any time of the day. It's something that is primarily for dessert. If you try to eat it in the morning, someone might make fun of you. Fortunately, I thought, why not make pumpkin pancakes, as I love pancakes themselves. Pumpkin pancakes aren't very difficult to make. They're similar to normal pancakes, but I don't think you're going to be adding chocolate chips to these. You start with your dry ingredients. The first ingredient you add would be 2 cups of flour, followed by 2 tablespoons of granulated sugar, 1 teaspoon of salt, 4 teaspoons of baking powder, and 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. These are all your dry ingredients, and you just want to lightly mix them together just so that the cinnamon is spread throughout the mixture, since the cinnamon is the one with the most color, the one you can tell apart from the rest. After you mix it, it will look like this. Then you'll go on to your wet mixtures. The wet mixtures include 1/4 cup of melted margarine. So I'm going to mix that up a little bit. 1 cup of canned pumpkin. Now, using canned pumpkin is a little bit easier than going to the pumpkin patch, picking out a pumpkin, and hoping that you know how to separate it out, because I sure don't. Just want to mix that in a little bit. You also need 1½ cups of milk. So you're going to add the milk. When you're adding a liquid, you want to make sure that you bend down. I just added 1 cup, so I have to add another ½ cup. You want to squat down so you're at eye level, and you want to make sure that the meniscus is at the ½ cup line. It's important when you're using liquids to always use the liquid measuring cup rather than a dry measuring cup like this, because the liquid measuring cup gives you a more accurate measurement. Some recipes, like pancakes, don't require such an accurate measurement, but it's a great habit to get into for when you do have measurements that are very specific. So, just going to add this together. Then you're going to crack the eggs. I like to crack the eggs in a separate bowl because it allows me more control. The eggs aren't going to go straight into the batter, and I can make sure that they are good eggs before I ruin an entire batch of pancake mix due to my laziness. Just going to crack them all together and try not to get any shells in it because you don't want crunchy pancakes. And I like to mix them together with a fork. Just quickly whisk them together. And add them into the pancake mix batter. Now, right now, the batter is a little bit puffy. I would say that's due to the milk, but you just want to mix it all together. You want to scrape the sides with the spatula, make sure that there's no flour on the bottom, and you also want to try to avoid as many flour clumps as possible, since the worst thing to do would be to make pumpkin pancakes, have a beautiful pancake, and bite in and it's just a chunk of flour. It doesn't sound very appealing to me. So after you've mixed it all together, you want to pour it into a smaller container, such as a liquid measuring cup, like this. It makes it a little bit easier when you pour it onto the griddle. You want to move your already used items out of the way, just so you have a clear spot to work with the griddle. Now the griddle, you want to turn it on to about 250 degrees. And you also want to spray it with some non-stick spray so that the pumpkin pancakes won't stick to it. It also helps when you're trying to clean up later. So, you're going to make sure it's warm. You don't want it to be too hot. That's why it's only on 200 to 250 degrees. And you're going to pour on some pancake mix. Pumpkin pancakes cook very similarly cook very similarly to normal pancakes, as you're just going to wait until the bubbles on top appear before you flip it. You don't want to flip it too soon, otherwise you might undercook the pancake. Also, when you're cooking pancakes, I enjoy using a spatula that has no holes in it. In case I try to flip the pancake too soon, it won't jar the edges. See, this is a little bit too soon to start flipping them over, so you just want to let them cook a little bit longer. Knowing a great recipe like this can help for kids who crave pumpkin, but you won't let them eat the pumpkin pie in the morning. And it also is a healthy way to enjoy some pumpkin, as you're getting your vegetable servings in breakfast. You never even notice. You want to flip the pancake over, and I'll show you an already cooked pancake. It's not white in coloration like normal pancakes, as it is pumpkin filled. It's yellowish orange, which makes it interesting to look at and a beautiful coloration. And even if you burn it a little bit, nobody will notice since it's not plain white. It doesn't look black when you burn it. Good trick. Making pumpkin pancakes is a great, simple morning twist on a holiday favorite like pumpkin pie. And it can be a great way for you to enjoy cool fall mornings with the ones you love. Personally, I love to enjoy my pumpkin pancakes with a tall glass of milk, just as I do pumpkin pie. And anyways, pancakes can be eaten any time of the day, in my opinion. You can have them for breakfast, as a snack, late night snack, or you can have them mix around and have breakfast for dinner. Not only a dessert like pumpkin pie, which can be a problem.